Okay. I guess this is it now.
Yeah.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the final movie kisses that sent shivers down our spine. Since many of these kisses come at the end of the movie, we're issuing a spoiler warning.
If you knew how much I loved you, how much I still love you.
Number 10. Romeo Montague and Juliet Capulet. Romeo plus Juliet.
Thus from my lips by thine my sin is purged.
Then have my lips, isn't that they have took?
Sin from my lips? O trespass sweetly urged, give me my sin again.
William Shakespeare's famous tragedy ends with the death of its title characters, as the lovers, each believing the other to have died, take their own lives. Baz Luhrmann's take on the play changes none of the words, but sees Leonardo DiCaprio's Romeo clinging to life just as Juliet, played by Claire Danes, awakens.
It's here. Drunk call and left no friendly drop to help me after.
In their final heartbreaking moment together, Juliet tenderly kisses Romeo once more, partially in an attempt to steal some poison from his lips. Though unsuccessful, it still serves as a heady goodbye between the star-crossed lovers.
With a kiss. And I.
Number 9. Jack Dawson and Rose DeWitt Bukater. Titanic. This final kiss between Jack and Rose made our hearts go on, even if we weren't sure exactly what it was supposed to be.
I know. It doesn't make any sense. That's why I trusted.
Decades after the Titanic disaster, an elderly Rose reminisces on meeting the love of her life on the doomed ship. Though their time together was brief, she would carry him in her heart forever after.
I will never let go, Jack. I'll never let go.
In a final scene, which may be a dream, the afterlife, or something else entirely, Rose and Jack are reunited. Back on the ship of dreams, surrounded by the people they knew on Titanic's grand staircase, with the music swelling and the camera swirling around them, they lean in, together at last. Number 8. Satine and Christian, Moulin Rouge.
Suddenly my life doesn't seem such a waste. It all revolves around you.
This musical sees the tragic yet moving love story between Christian, a hopeless romantic writer, and the Parisian courtesan Satine. Her jealous would-be lover, the Duke, would be a big enough obstacle for the pair. But unbeknownst to Christian, Satine also privately battles a fatal illness. At the film's climax, they choose to be together, despite the Duke's threats, making a grand declaration of love. Sadly, their joy is short-lived when Satine collapses, dying in Christian's arms. The pair share one final embrace before death takes her. Satine's last words urge him to tell their story, allowing her and their love to live on.
Promise me.
I will. I'll always be with you.
Number 7. Laura Jessen and Alec Harvey, Brief Encounter. Perhaps the most tragic thing about this kiss is that neither the characters nor the filmgoers realize it's their final kiss when it takes place. Despite their best efforts and better judgment, Laura and Alec admit to each other that they have fallen in love.
It's no use pretending it hasn't happened, because it has.
Yes, it has. I don't want to pretend anything either to you or to anyone else. But from now on, I shall have to. That's what's wrong, don't you see? That's what spoils everything.
Both married to other people, their affair consists of stolen moments with them finally finding time to be together in an unoccupied apartment. Unable to hold back, the pair embrace, questioning if they can really stay for long.
Alec, I can't stay, you know, really I can't.
Just a little while. Just a little while.
Quickly, I must go.
Here, through the kitchen. There's a tradesman's staircase.
The sudden arrival of Alec's friend sends Laura fleeing alone into the rainy night, and that kiss proves to be the last embrace they share, as fate and circumstances keep them apart.
I felt the touch of his hand on my shoulder for a moment. And then he walked away. Away out of my life forever.
Number 6. Wesley and Buttercup, The Princess Bride.
Hold it, hold it. What is this? Are you trying to trick me? And where's the sports? Is this a kissing book?
Wait, just wait.
Throughout this storybook tale of adventure, revenge, and of course love, we are teased with Wesley and Buttercup locking lips. Their love is said to be a bond that happens once in a century. However, every time we are about to see them kiss, we're interrupted by the framing story.
Oh, no. No, please.
What is it? What's the matter?
They're kissing again. Do we have to hear the kissing part?
Someday you may not mind so much.
Despite the grandson's opposition to the romance in the story, his grandfather's wisdom proves true. The boy slowly comes to appreciate the true love on display. In the final scene, he relents. The lovers reach for each other and passionately kiss, proving that true love really does triumph overall.
Since the invention of the kiss, there have been 5 kisses that were rated the most passionate, the most pure. This one left them all behind.
Number 5. Steve Rogers and Peggy Carter, Captain America: The First Avenger.
Asking a woman to dance always seems so terrifying. And the past few years just didn't seem to matter that much. Figured I'd wait.
For what?
Right partner.
There were sparks between Steve Rogers and Peggy Carter even before he became a buff super soldier. Over the years, as both received different assignments during World War II, their paths crossed on numerous occasions, but miscommunication and bad timing kept them apart.
You don't like music?
I do, actually. I might, even when this is all over, go dancing.
Then what are we waiting for?
The right partner. 0800, Captain.
Steve carried a torch for Peggy through it all, even keeping a picture of her with him. In a final mission together, attempting to stop the evil Red Skull, Peggy and Steve have a moment as their car races toward the villain's plane. Realizing they may never see each other again, Peggy pulls Steve in for the moment we've been waiting for: a passionate kiss.
Go get him.
I'm not kissing you.
Number 4. Will Turner and Elizabeth Swann, Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End.
You may kiss. Just kiss.
Stretching across the original trilogy, Will Turner and Elizabeth Swann had plenty of kisses that gave us chills, but none more so than the one they shared at the end of the 3rd film. Taking over duties as captain of the Flying Dutchman, will only be able to see his new wife once every 10 years. After their last date together, the pair shares a steamy moment on the sandy beach.
Will you keep it safe?
Yes. Yes.
Will turns to leave, ready to set off. Before he can go, Elizabeth runs to him. She grabs him, and with the surf pounding at their feet, they share a kiss that, while maybe their last for now, holds the promise of reunion to come.
Keep a weather eye on the horizon.
Number 3. Sebastian Wilder and Mia Dolan, La La Land. This tale of star-crossed lovers ultimately sees Mia and Sebastian go their separate ways, realizing they need to follow their own dreams.
I'm always gonna love you.
I'm always gonna love you too.
It's a bittersweet but ultimately necessary ending for the pair. After each of them had followed their passions to success, their paths would cross once more by chance years later.
welcome the subs.
The final sequence of the film calls back to the brilliant Technicolor musical sequences of the past, giving us a glimpse of what could have been between the couple. The fantasy of a life they might have had is heart-wrenching and stunningly beautiful, ending with an imagined kiss that won't leave a dry eye in the house.
You want to stay for another?
Number 2. Jesse and Celine, Before Sunrise. When two strangers, the American Jesse and the French Celine, meet by chance, they decide to spend the day together in Vienna.
This is kind of weird.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, isn't it? I mean, it's a little awkward. But it's all right? So,
yeah, this is great. This is great. Let's go to some places. Look at your book.
We're in Vienna. Let's go to some places.
A romance quickly develops between the pair. However, they know their time together will be tragically cut short soon, as they only have one day. As they travel through the beautiful city growing closer, sharing romantic moments and deep conversations, the ticking clock becomes more and more apparent.
I think he's crazy about you.
Really?
I mean, I've known you a long time, and I got a good feeling. You gonna see him again?
We haven't talked about that yet.
This comes to a head during the final scene, where Celine prepares to leave on a train. They make a pact to return to the same spot in 6 months, sharing a kiss that they hope won't be their last.
Goodbye.
Over.
Later.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Bob and Charlotte, Lost in Translation, A Kiss with Words Whispered in Silence. AJ Frost and Grace Stamper, Armageddon, A Goodbye Kiss Before Saving the World.
Don't wanna close my eyes. I don't wanna fall asleep, 'cause I'd miss you, babe. And I don't wanna miss a thing.
Sam Wheat and Molly Jensen, Ghost, A Kiss That Transcends Death. William Shakespeare and Viola de Lesseps, Shakespeare in Love. Shakespeare's onstage tragedy sprung from his offstage heartbreak.
Goodbye, my love. 1,000 times goodbye.
Write me well.
Sam Baker and Jake Ryan, 16 Candles, an iconic 80s kiss to end a John Hughes classic.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Elizabeth Bennett and Mr. Darcy, Pride and Prejudice. If one word could be used to sum up this adaptation of the Jane Austen classic, it would be longing. At first, the passion between Keira Knightley's Elizabeth and Matthew McFadden's Mr. Darcy seemed to put them at odds.
Are you rejecting me?
I'm sure that the feelings which, as you've told me, have hindered your regard will help you in overcoming it.
Might I ask why with so little endeavour at civility I am thus repulsed?
And I might as well inquire why, with so evident a design of insulting me, you chose to tell me that you like me against your better judgment.
Through some twists and turns, they find each other. Emerging from the fog, Darcy lays his feelings bare once and for all.
You have bewitched me, body and soul, and I love, and love, and love you. And never wish to be parted from you from this day on.
Lizzie makes her mutual sentiments clear with the most sexually charged forehead touch in cinematic history. It's not until after their wedding day that they share a kiss, but as they settle on Lizzie's preferred endearment, the big moment is as swoon-worthy as we could have hoped.
Mrs. Darcy. Mrs. Darcy. Mrs. Darcy. Mrs. Darcy.
Which movie kisses stopped you in your tracks? Let us know in the comments below.
As you wish.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.